come out recently.
Legit wonderful.
Yes.
Enjoy yourself.
Don't enjoy yourself. You're only allowing these people to just make more of this with this secret Saiyan who's stronger than freaking SS Blue Vegito.
Cool.
And he's just in the shadows and never mentioned and in his secret prison.
Cool. Cool.
This is what we're getting.
Yep. But people recognize it's a fun joke fluff. Who gives a shit? As opposed to, here's Jiren, the greatest villain I've ever seen.
But he is, though.
Cool. Yep. Get in there.
That sounds like a very similar to reaction that you just had about Dragon Ball Heroes, though, so I'm confused.
No. I was talking, DA showed me another Heroes thing, and I'm just like, cool. No. Super is trash.
There's the tenors of BG's cools that you have to like really listen for the subtlety. Cool is like, yeah, he's okay with it. Cool is he's pissed off at it.
We in there. Trunks and Vegeta's fuse. Cool. Get in there.
Jiren?
Yep.
Anything Jiren is like, nah. My girl Belle took me straight to the top.
Why am I not surprised, Belle?
They weren't ready for it.
You almost lost to a Ganon.
You don't. That's the story of my life.
You're almost losing to a Ganon?
Almost losing the Ganon. Because no matter who you are, you're always one hit away from almost losing to a Ganon. It's not fair.
Is Ganon really?
I'm just imagining like just milestone moments of your life, like graduating high school. You almost failed. Just your teacher stamping an F on your paper. Doria!
Go to your job interview for your current job, and he's just waiting there behind the door, charging the kick, just waiting.
All right, let me open this door to the workshop. No! Pokemon had another little trailer thing. Showed off some new Dynamax forms, which are like the giant forms. Charizard looks fucking
So dumb.
I'm so
I
tired
hate
of
all
Pokemon.
of it. How y'all hitting 1,000 with all the humans and the Pokemon are just stinking up the joint. That coffin looks so dumb.
I like Dynamax Charizard. He looks pretty fucking
They
sick.
keep willing out Charizard.
And I'm okay with that.
I'm sick of it. Blastoise and Venusaur gets no kind of love. Char is always Charizard, and I'm sick of it.
It's because Charizard, man.
Yeah. Charizard the best.
He's not the best.
He is the best.
Charizard the best.
He's not.
But
He is.
so they showed off a bunch of different Dynamax forms, and they have ones for the Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. And I just love the fact that Let's Go Pikachu's Dynamax form is just original fat Pikachu.
Seriously,
It is
it's
all
amazing.
it is.
Can we talk
It
about
is-
Meowths, though?
I hate it. It looks so stupid.
Long cat.
I hate it.
Very long cat.
Yeah.
Like, Pikachu's like, oh, okay, that's a cute callback. Meowth. Wait, guys, what the fuck?
That's the, you know. That was the drugs finally kicking in. Like, they had some good designs, and then, like, at the peak of the creative portion of their high, they made Sirfetch'd, who's amazing. And then then they lost the buzz, and Dynamax Meowth came out of it. Robert Downey Jr.'s Doolittle.
Oh,
The-
did you
The
see
accent
the Reddit,
is the thing.
Uh-huh.
see the Reddit stuff?
No.
Wait, what?
The Reddit stuff surrounding Doolittle. There was a dude that was working on a production company, and he just started releasing information. So the director was a piece of that clearly was out of his league and did not know what he was doing and
Oh, great.
micromanaging everything. So they would be shooting for the day, and the people would go, so where are the animals going to be placed? Because we need to know where Downey's going to be standing so we can place the animals there in post. And he goes, we'll figure it out. Let's get this shot of shooting. And there's like 5 stories of that.
Interesting.
We'll feel it out. Great.
The dude ended it with, I don't know who the production company is that they brought in, but if they can make it even watchable, they all deserve a raise. So he's thinking this is gonna be a dumpster fire.
Interesting.
I'd believe it, which would be very sad for Downey. I feel like he'd just kind of be annoyed.
Who cares? He doesn't care.
He doesn't.
need it.
He's
This
made
dude
his
is
money.
doing. This is a passion project out there.
Yeah.
Bro. He's like, whatever, friggin' dog movie, polar bear, let's rock it.
Yeah,
He don't need this.
He's set for life.
Oh yeah, he's done. He's 100% done.
If they just go, this guy's eating 5 devil fruits, nobody wants to see that. Because it's such a
you
drop
say
from
that.
Oda quality.
You say that.
You say that, BG, 'cause we got Jinbei fans out there.
You have
Pumping
Jinbei
they fist.
stands out there. People who stand
Everybody
Jinbei.
wants to see SS5 Goku.
Everybody's waiting for that next one.
I think people just want Super Saiyan 4 back.
No, definitely. It's the best form. It's the best form.
It's the best form.
I just
But
on that
Go
note,
ahead.
you guys just put out the first episode of A New Revisited.
Oh, it was so fun. It
Was it,
wasn't
DA?
fun at all.
Was it?
I got so angry, and I'm like, I hate feeling this way. And then I just got drained of energy. I'm like, well, at least I know that I'm not a murderer or anything. It's like, all right, take me in, officer. I did it. 'Cause I just got drained for like 5 minutes. I'm like, I gotta keep the energy up, and I'm just like, oh, BG, go on a huge rant. And BG's like, well, that sucks. Pause, look at me. I'm like, cut.
Oh no.
Take the ball, BG.
Oh no. No, sir.
You
Because,
dribbling the rest of this shot clock out, my friend.
The issue with that was you went 4.5 minutes. We played about 20 seconds. I went for maybe 40 seconds, and then you jumped right back in. So I'm like, oh, he's got more in him. And then for the beginning of part 2, you go on another rant.
Oh.
And then you just, for like 5 minutes, go, yeah, I don't know. And I'm like, oh, he threw.
Oh, he used it all up. He got nothing left.
You threw it all at
I'm
the
not
spirit
an
bomb and still
I'm
had
not
about
an
14
angry
episodes to
person.
go.
But this dude was talking all this hot nonsense.
Yeah, it was terrible.
And I just exploded like 3 times. And then I just went, and it wasn't like fun. Genlock sucks. Oh my goodness. This was like, dude, you're doing stuff that legitimately pisses me off.
He was so mad.
Did y'all see that updated Sonic?
Yes.
I was gonna
No.
get to that after this.
Okay.
We stand with movies.
all right. Yes, he looks so much better.
Look good.
Oh, what
It
happened,
looks
DA?
big good.
You were the one
No,
talking about.
no. I said it looked fine. Now
Uh-huh.
I'm saying it looks good.
Bruh.
I never said that looked good.
Bruh.
I was on the fine train.
That train was a crashing. Because he wasn't fine.
Yeah.
He wasn't okay.
We still doing this.
He wasn't a 5.56.
We still doing
He was
this.
a 2.
That is
That looks so much
very
better.
correct.
Yeah,
It looks so much better.
I said there was always room for improvement.
You're
That I always said.
There was
that.
only room for improvement. That was a lead titanium inlaid fucking ground you had to dig to get worse.
It wasn't going to be worse, kid.
Google was saying how their technology is going to be so advanced that they're going to have something called negative latency, which doesn't fucking exist.
Mm-hmm.
Latency, by its very definition, is delay. You can't go negative with delay. It's no longer latency at that point. And at that point, too, what they're saying is the game is going to play itself. So, BG, if you for some reason decided to get Stadia and got Mortal Kombat for it and wanted to be the best online at Google Stadia Mortal Kombat, hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Podcast of Stuff, episode 169, or where Mike and DA are pissed off at the Game Awards.
Oh, dude, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I am still mad.
Yo, I couldn't out of my mind because I was so pissed. I'm like, I stayed up for all this time. I gotta wake up so early in the morning tomorrow. I got nothing. And so I think I just oh my goodness.
Were y'all expecting a smash?
Yes,
Why?
of course.
They have a direct in January.
Everyone was. Because they announced Joker.
Stupid.
They announced Joker at last year's Game Awards.
That don't mean anything. Did they have a direct coming?
And yeah, I believe so. And they tweeted out before the Game Awards, official Nintendo Twitter, hey, tune into the Game Awards for some reveals and some surprises.
Yes, reveal. That doesn't mean.
All right, would you like to hear what their reveal and surprise was?
The reveal was probably that Bravely Default 2 or whatever the crap was.
Their reveal was the No More Heroes trailer. Which,
yeah, okay, cool.
Hey, I love me some No More Heroes. And when I first saw it, I'm like, oh, that's a great start to the reveals.
Plural.
And then their surprise was Bravely Default 2. Which, again, popular franchise. There's people out there that have played it and really love that franchise. And then that was it. For Nintendo.
Disgusting.
Yep,
That
sounds about right.
was all. So
y'all just needed
their
that immediate hype. Y'all could have slept. Y'all
I
could have
could've.
woke up
Yeah.
and just been like, "Oh, that's the character that was revealed." Cool.
The next day, I was so done, and I was pissed that I missed Joker. That had to be such a hype thing.
it
You
was.
missed Joker?
Yeah, I
Oh.
was not. Why would I be watching the Game Awards?
Well, that makes sense,
Because
actually.
Nintendo didn't announce anything for last year's Game Awards. They didn't say that they were going to be having any announcements, and then boom,
Oh
Joker
yeah.
reveal
Because
trailer.
I sure didn't talk with you about it. Okay, yeah. So I think you were okay. Yep.
And then this is the last one before season 2, so it's got to be a big guy. So I was expecting oh crap, I'm gonna care about this person. I'm gonna get hype.
So yeah.
But no.
And then just the rest of the awards, there was some interesting announcements. The one thing that I'm actually excited for is the Magic the Gathering MMO. Just playing a character in that world or worlds, I should say, would be really fun. But the rest of it was air.
Yeah, I don't know. I was watching it it must be because I'm not a very video game type of person, but this is just giving me nothing. This is just, hey,
Yeah.
here's a game, and here's what some screenshots and some a small trailer. I'm like, I'm getting nothing from this.
But
And
I'm
then-
glad that it was underwhelming. for
Yeah, and then
everyone.
like the next biggest,
A lot of
like the
people.
biggest reveal of that night to me was the Xbox, the Series X, which is such a stupid name. And the first thing that I thought of when I saw the design of it is, well, that's not going to fit in 80% of entertainment centers. Like the one that I'm staring at right now that I have with all my games set up, that ain't fitting there at all.
Yeah,
And-
But
but
apparently,
Go ahead.
BG probably knows more about this than me. But go ahead.
oh no, I was just talking about the design for right now. The Series X is the more top of the line version of whatever the next Xbox they're putting out. So the other one is probably going to be more form fitting.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say.
Um,
That's not the actual game console. It's not just here's the Xbox Series X. It's the next series is just called the Xbox, and you got Series S, and you probably got some other ones coming as well.
Oh yeah.
So-
Like they're heavy leaning into like early Nintendo days where it's like you had your Nintendo Entertainment System, you had your Super Nintendo, but you just called it Nintendo. Like that, they're shooting for that. The name is still stupid. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like you have an Xbox. Well, yeah, I have an Xbox, but that was like the one that I bought 15 years ago. And then I have a 360. Like a lot of people, like to me at this point, just say the year. Like the 2020 sounds actually pretty cool. when you
Then
think
what do you
about it.
do with the better version of it?
2020s, 2020, whatever.
They shouldn't have used X. That's the only problem I have with it.
Yeah, or like
They
just
already
call
have
it
the
the
Xbox.
X series. X series even sounds better. The Xbox X series. Just yeah,
See,
like
that's still problematic with the X because there's an
But-
Xbox One X.
less.
So
it's-
when people go to when parents go next year for Christmas shopping and say, "What's the one Xbox X?"
yeah,
You have a chance to get one of two devices.
Mhm. It's the same problem with the Wii U.
And parents ain't gonna know the difference. Okay, I guess
Mhm.
this is what he wanted. It's like $300. Cool.
So yeah, that to me was the biggest announcement. And so I found out actually a few days later, the end announcement, the biggest reveal was supposed to be Half-Life Alyx. But Valve pulled out last minute and released, made an announcement on their own. So then the Game Awards scrambled for an announcement, and then they decided that their, end big announcement would be the Fast and Furious game that looks like it came out of the PlayStation 3 era.
They couldn't
Just-
do anything. What do you want from them?
It looks so bad.
This was all right. Peace off. I went. No, this ain't the end. This is,
So I said,
no.
oh, like to put it in perspective, and just like even like certain awards, and I know they did this last year too, where it's just like this award, here are the nominees, and the winner is this. All right, moving on. So they had the Best Actor / Actress award for video games, and a bunch of different nominees. Laura Bailey was one of them. Either she got told she wasn't winning, or she got told that the announcement was just there was no acceptance speech. She fucking left the Video Game Awards early to go back and play in Critical Role. Like half hour into the broadcast of Critical Role, she just shows up in her nice fancy dress. It's like, all right, let's roll some dice.
But weren't you? No.
So yeah, it was just very underwhelming. Like they pulled in, I guess, record-setting amount of viewers, but it was probably because of all these teases that ended up being farts. So yeah,
I mean, who all teased something besides Nintendo? It's not their fault. People went, "Oh, it's gotta be Smash."
What else could it be?
The two things they announced.
The things
Don't
here,
tease that there. Don't announce that because that's not an announce. Don't announce an announcement coming up when there's nothing like that.
here's what I expected from the social media stuff that we got from Nintendo. Either a new Smash Bros. Character.
Oh my God! Smash, Metroid, some Breath of the Wild 2 stuff. No,
Or Bayo 3.
they've got 1,000 in directs a year. They gotta fill them up somehow. They're not giving you all those things at the Game Award. They're not
They-
giving you 2 of those things at the Game
Not giving us
Award.
They have
anything.
given all 3 of those titles at the Game Awards before.
Yes, before. And where's Metroid when it got announced? Joker was a surprise. Cool. What was the other one?
Bayo 3.
Breath of the Wild. No.
It's happened before.
Good
I have-
before.
I have history on my side as a precedent.
Yeah, and I have history of nothing announcements for 20 years.
I'm so sad.
So yeah. On another note, man, I really wish you would have taken me up on a bet, BG,
About
Death Stranding winning no less than 4 awards.
how many did it win?
3, I believe.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pulling up the award winners now.
Because there were some off to the side awards it
Yep.
won.
Yep, they announced all the off to the side awards.
Whatever the Disco Elysium award was that Death Stranding was also in the category for, I was like, whoa.
So, going down, we have Game of the Year winner, which was Sekiro, which surprised me.
Yeah, that was surprising.
I'm happy for it though. Action game, Devil May Cry 5, deserved. Action adventure game, Sekiro. Art direction, Control. Audio design, Call of Duty. Gun games typically win that stuff. Community support, Destiny 2.
It shouldn't have. Resident Evil should have won that.
I agree. I can understand why it won, but I agree with you.
Okay.
Community support, Destiny 2. Content Creator of the Year, Shroud. That was expected. Esports Coach, Zonic. Esports Event, League of Legends. Esports Game of the Year, League of Legends. Esports Host, Socks, I believe her name is. Esports Player, Kyle Buga, a name that I can't pronounce. Esports Team, G2 Esports. Family Game, Luigi's Mansion. Fighting Game, Smash Bros. Indie Game, Zaum. Game Direction, Death Stranding. That's 1. Games for Impact, Grease. Independent Game, Disco Elysium. Mobile Game, COD Mobile. Multiplayer Game, Apex Legends. Deserved. Narrative, Disco Elysium. Is that the one that you
Yeah,
thought was
narrative. That's the one where I was like, what the over Death Stranding? Good for you.
Death Stranding is a load of bunk.
It still won more than it should have.
Ongoing game, Fortnite, Performance, Mads Mikkelsen is for Death Stranding. Do we count that?
Yes, it's
Okay.
a Death Stranding award.
All right. Role-playing game, Disco Elysium. Score and music, Death Stranding. Esports racing game, Crash Team Racing. Strategy game, Fire Emblem Three Houses. Deserved. VR game, Beat Saber. And that is it. And that is only 3.
Good for him. Good for you. Good for it.
I could have had like $20.
Should have done it. Should have done it, Mike.
No, you got scurry.
Shoot them shots.
No, you didn't agree to it.
I wouldn't have.
So yeah, don't put it on me like you should have done it. I wanted to do it.
I wouldn't have. I don't believe in Death Stranding. What's worse is I don't believe in people.
That's what you said, I believe. I don't believe in people. That's why you didn't do it.
Yeah,
Uh,
no.
Yeah, score and music, I don't think it should have won. Devil May Cry 5, I feel like is better. Cadence of Hyrule, its whole point is its music. And I'm not sure about Sayonara Wild Hearts and Kingdom Hearts. that's debatable. But yeah, it's just a big old turd in the wind as far as announcements.
I was just playing Smash the whole time. Anytime the red screen with the Switch game, I was like, oh, just getting comboed and destroyed. For nothing.
Like,
Did
the
you
best
enjoy
part was
yourself?
the Muppets announcement. Like,
I played this Marth for like an hour, 15 minutes. I had a real fun time with that dude. So yes, I did enjoy myself.
Okay, then it wasn't for nothing.
Yes, it was. Because I was dead the next day.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah. It's a problem for the company as well.
Yeah. So that's really it for the Game Awards. Is there anything announced that you remember that's even worth it?
Yeah,
Because, like I said, I'm not a video game fan, so everything is just like, hey, run, shoot, fly. Here's this girl, and she's doing stuff. I'm like, okay, I more than likely will not play that.
Yeah.
Because that's the whole thing. I don't play games. I play things that I like. I'm on my third run of Borderlands. And I'm just playing that. I got other games to play, but I'm like, I know Borderlands. I like Borderlands. It's safe.
Hold on.
Hold up.
You're on your third playthrough?
Yes.
You've been sitting here bitching about how you can't play Astral Chain, and you're coming at me with I'm on my not first, not second, third playthrough of Borderlands
I'm
3.
basically being forced to play this game. I can't play Astral Chain. I can't. It's not my fault. If I were allowed to play it, I would love to play it. But I can't play it.
I'm just
The
imagining.
darn shame.
I'm
the victim here.
I'm just imagining like an alter version of you in your head, like you with dreads way back in the day. It's like your inner conscious is like poking out, like, hey, that Astral Chain, and just you just hear a pop, like get punched in the face. It's like, no.
Let's just close the door on that, DA.
Yes, King.
It's DA and King in my mind.
all of your different nicknames.
DA, King, and Bane. It's dreadlocks, short hair, and bald. Hey, baby, you should play Astral Chain. Hey, you haven't moved from this spot in 8 hours. I'm playing Borderlands. Y'all leave me alone. Whose side are y'all on? It's not good.
Oh,
It's a fun game, that is. And I want to play with each character, and I'm like, yo, I want to play with these two characters because they're really fun. There's this girl who just hops in a mech, and you're just in a mech for like 40 seconds, and you're just invulnerable and just killing people. Then you got the Siren. I always love the Siren because they're very elemental and very tricky. And then you got the other two characters. I'm like, I really don't care about them because one of them primarily is a sniper, and I've never really liked snipers. And the other one has these two pet companions, and I played for a little while, and I'm like, I don't really like their abilities. So I was just, but then I saw further into their skill tree. I'm like, okay, the pet man could be good. So I'll just sort of.
So now, on that note, are you 3 weeks down the line going to be on your fourth playthrough then?
No. I'm
You say this.
I have no interest in sniper, so that's gonna be it for me. And I'm going to go on off to other things. I don't know what yet. More than likely Astral Chain, but I don't know what yet. I'd like to get a little time in Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle because BG bought that, and I'm like, my girl's right on over there.
Okay.
And then who knows what'll just pop up. I still would love to play Octopath Traveler, things like that. I need to make a list of things that I want to play.
You have a lunch
In
break
my
at work, right?
230 games.
Exactly.
You have
I sort of skimmed through those. I was like, oh yeah, that looks interesting. Click on Borderlands.
You have a lunch break at work, right?
Yes, I do.
Take your damn Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Start playing one of the two games you just mentioned that both happen to be on Nintendo Switch.
Sure are.
I hate you.
Dude, I hate me too.
Whichever you is preventing you from doing this, I hate him.
I hate me too. I hate the fact that I'm like this. But that game is just speaking to me. I love it so much. And I will be done with it. And once I'm done with it, I'll be done with it until DLC comes out or a new character comes out. But they are slowly putting out DLC, so.
All right, I have a list of announcements from the Game Awards. I'm just going to breeze through that. Hellblade 2 Senua's Saga is going to be a launch title on Series X, which I need to play the first one. I've heard it's good. Godfall, it's the first trailer to end with PlayStation 5. Ooh. Bravely Default. Co-creators of Prey and Dishonored, creating the Weird West. League of Legends is getting a story mode. Some kind of Dungeons and Dragons game, a spiritual successor to Baldur's Gate, called Dark Alliance. PUBG, the guy who made PUBG is making a new game. Fast and Furious, Crossroads, boo.
Oh, they just trot out Michelle Rodriguez and Vin Diesel. They're just like, we play video games. We're nerds. We're like you. Here's this mobile game. What? PS4? oh. That game look bad.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta have room for the AA releases too.
Yeah, that's at the beginning of the show, though, not the end.
What do you want them to do? It's all mapped out. Everything's there. And then somebody at the last minute go, oh, no, we ain't going.
End it with the Series X. That would have been
okay, but then you got to move so much crap around.
Yeah, well, just flip those two.
No, there's timing issues and all types of stuff.
Have Reggie call Sakurai and just go give us a hint. Something.
Final Fantasy VII new trailer for the remake. Humankind trailer.
BG,
Mm-hmm.
you gonna be playing that 7?
What?
You gonna be playing Final Fantasy 7?
Yeah.
I just have no interest in it.
No, it
looks fine.
Bro, I don't like Final Fantasy
It
games.
looks like an action game sort of thing. I would have preferred if it just been turn based, but
There is a mode to make it basically turn based.
Blech.
But still, I'm just looking at it like, it looks like a game.
Maybe it'll be the thing that makes me understand why Final Fantasy is so beloved. Beyond just being baby's first Final Fantasy.
The DLC pack for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
Why is this an announcement? Why?
Man.
Who cares?
People
Who
that play
literally
Marvel
cares?
People that play Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
I'm sorry, Nintendo had 3 announcements because this is a Nintendo
See, you look
game.
at you.
Dude, but when they mostly just people play the same, you just do stuff. Who cares? They're functions.
It's bad. It's bad.
It's bad. It was just like Iceman and Gambit.
Gambit! People love the Gam dog.
It's just,
And
who
we're all
cares?
going to play it when you guys come here next month.
Oh, I'm busy all next month, all next year, as a matter of fact. Oh boy, sorry, fam.
The Magic's MMO was another announcement. Maneater, which I don't remember what that was.
Any news on that? What was it? 6 seconds or something like that?
Not yet.
Not yet.
That looked
Naraka
interesting.
Blade Point, which just looks like a Chinese ripoff of Sekiro. 9 to 5, which is some kind of new shooter. The No More Heroes 3 trailer. Apex Legends Holiday Bash. Sons of the Forest, which looked pretty creepy. Surgeon Simulator 2, The Wolf Among Us 2. I thought there was something else that I'm missing. There's an announcement from Platinum Games. I don't remember the name of the game, though. It's like Square Enix and Platinum Games. But yeah, not a whole lot going on there. Besides that, there was really, like, no news at all this week.
There's some big stuff happening. Big boy stuff.
Yeah. Fallout 76 had a new update, and it broke even more things.
Which is, dude, just shut it down, legit.
So
what is lost by shutting it down? How many more sales have they made in the last month? It couldn't have been more than 10. Shut it down.
It's gotten to the point now where, like, even the utmost diehard fans of that game are like, stop paying them until they put an actual team on this. Yeah, the one bug that I saw that was really hilarious was anytime you reloaded a gun, it reduced the rating of your armor. So your armor got worse every time you reloaded your gun.
Which is incredible.
Yeah, I saw that one from Jim Sterling.
So yeah, just like there's nothing left to burn, yet there is a fire smoldering. I don't get it.
Just shut it down. Unless somebody just going, we need to keep this up for the publicity and keep our name in the media so we can, whenever the next one comes out, or somebody just going, hey, it's for the goof, whatever.
I don't know. Like, I mean, sometimes persistence pays off. Like, Battlefront 2 has been posting updates on the regular, especially with, you know, the new movies and stuff coming out. And it just got like a re-reviewed by a couple of different people. Reviews are up from where they were.
They couldn't be down.
You ain't wrong. I'll just say sometimes persistence is seemingly rewarded. I'm not buying the game because fuck EA, but I just saw that on my feed today. The management at Disney, including Bob Iger, the CEO, is meeting with Martin Scorsese about his recent comments about Marvel movies.
Who cares? Who the cares?
Hey, man, not cool. Hey, bruh.
They're literally having a meeting because a man shared his opinion. Who gives a y'all still gonna make $1 billion at the box office? Who cares if some 60-year-old director, no matter how good he is, says, "Oh yeah, that ain't art." Okay, I'm making my billion, so shut the up.
Yeah, I don't know why that's happening either. Like,
People want to accept this.
In his comments, Eager's like defending all the people that work on the movie, saying like, "Hey, they put their blood, sweat, and tears into it too." Like the fact that you are saying their effort.
That's
isn't
all he
art.
needs to say.
Yeah, that's all he needs to say.
What's Scorsese gonna do? Oh, I had a meeting with Bob Iger and I take back everything I said. No.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. His comments was all that was needed. But yeah, that's the thing that's happening. As far as movie trailers that came out, the only one that I recall off the top of my head is the new Top Gun movie, which, like, I don't know why it took this to, like, really solidify it, but boy, are they just going back to old franchises.
Over and over.
It's been happening for
Excellent Adventure 3 or whatever. New Matrix. Like, it's over and over, same.
Mm-hmm.
They just, because nostalgia.
Oh, yeah.
Super powerful.
But I don't give a
Especially if you haven't seen any of those movies. I don't care about that. I've never seen that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I've still to this day never seen Dumb and Dumber.
Apparently it was the same.
Or
movie.
2.
okay, I'm about to say
Dumb and Dumber 2.
Yeah, I wanted to, but
To this day.
I wanted to, but
Yeah.
I just couldn't bring myself to do it.
That's nostalgia laden.
Yeah, I was same boat, but then when I read the reviews where it's like, it is literally the same movie. Same premise and everything. I was like, oh.
That didn't stop me from seeing Hangover 2.
Yeah, that was before I was like I really looked at reviews and stuff though. Like same thing. I went and saw it, but I wasn't like looking at the reviews. I was like, "Oh, Hangover 2, I'm going to see it." Like I made my decision immediately. That and a direct sequel versus how long was the gap? 20 years plus between Dumb and Dumber and Dumb and Dumber 2?
Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so like what is the most recent new thing that I've seen?
Ready or Not was awesome.
I think Alita. That's the first
Alita
thing that
was
came to
very
mind.
good.
It was a very good movie. Yeah, there's nothing really that like. Yeah, I don't know. Like it's proven that nostalgia like makes the most money out of anything right now. By far, it's why most.
Oh, we'll see in about a month how Star Wars does.
I'm just
Oh,
saying
boy, that thing is down everywhere.
Oh yeah, so that was my that's the next thing I was gonna get to is the
delicious
reviews for Star Wars, and apparently the leak that I read that Ralph showed is true.
So I saw that I saw somebody with Star Wars the leaks, and then right next to it was Harrison Ford going, "It's all true, all of it."
Oh boy. Yeah, like even when I read that thing, I'm like, man, they are jam packing a lot of stuff into this, and then every single review that I'm reading is like, they jam pack so much into this movie. I'm like,
oh.
Yeah, I'm seeing it Sunday. I would have seen it tomorrow, but I'm heading back to my mom's for family celebrations and stuff for the holidays. So I'm seeing it up in the Cleveland area. But yeah, I just want some Palpatine. That's all I want. That's all I want.
You're going to get them. You're going to get them, but you also going to get a whole lot of other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just going... I'm just very shocked at this.
I'm not. Moviegoers are very selective in the things that they grasp onto. So if people are going into Star Wars and they go, "Oh my God, Palpatine, that was awesome," dude. People love Rogue One for that one Darth Vader scene.
I'm saying I'm surprised at how low this is getting.
Oh, I wouldn't, because people that see the movie as a whole are gonna go, "This is a mess," as they try to jam everything in. Whereas the micro people will go, "Wow, Palpatine! Wow, the romance! Wow, blah 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 blah."
Mm-hmm.
But I said this to VG once it started tracking on them low 58s and stuff. I went, you gotta tie in 3 separate trilogies. This is the end of this trilogy. You gotta have all these characters doing something. It's gotta have satisfying resolutions, answers, because you know JJ is rocking that back. Like, no, actually, you gotta do stuff like that. You gotta actually make it a good movie. It's gonna be trying to do too much. And by trying to do all that, it's going to do basically nothing or too much. And so little is going to get developed of each thing.
It's going to genlock its way through this movie.
Yes, just here it is. Bye.
Yeah, and so many people on the press tour, like even the actors, have been like, yeah, I didn't agree with what Rian Johnson did. Like, he has been getting mauled.
Been stomped. So here's my 2 thoughts on that. Either this is their true thoughts coming out, bang, bang, boom. They've got nothing to do with Johnson anymore. So they're like, hey, let's get these answers out. Finn, Poe, and Ray have already said this is our last Star Wars movie, so they got nothing to lose. So they're just like, scorched earth, bam, out. Or they called up Rian Johnson like, hey, yo, we got to crap on you a little bit just to build up this movie. We're going to say that movie, which a lot of people didn't like, was bad. And we're going to say it was bad. But then we're going to say this one's the good one. So watch this one in order to get this money up a little bit, because people aren't really liking Star Wars. Right? That's my 2 minds of this sort of thing, sort of a conspiracy theory sort of thing. I don't know. Either one is equally plausible, but I don't know, but I just found it really surprising when they were just like, "Yo, I'd like to see." I'm glad that J.J. Abrams is getting able to finish this because we get to see his vision and crap like that. I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
man.
And then there's Mark Hamill who just says whatever the hell he wants. That man, he just speaks and then thinks about it a little later, and he's just like, "Ooh, could have worked
Ooh,
that
boy.
better."
Oh boy. Oh, these 15 interviews where I said I didn't agree with what Johnson did. Probably shouldn't have said that 15 times, but I'll just put out one tweet where I'm like, nah, it's cool. And now that'll be fine.
I'll just throw out 15,000 more happy birthdays and then tell people to stop again. Make them forget.
But yeah, I'm looking very forward to seeing this because people have been saying that this is a mess and it's a bad movie, and I'm all about that.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see the rollback. I want to see but y'all ain't get the whole story. I know he said that she's nobody, but pull the camera back. This is like Dragon Ball, where it's like there's Kami, and then there's King Emma, and then there's King Kai, and then there's all the Kai. Just pull the camera back. Just keep pulling it back until we have the right answer. And I can't wait for that.
The one of the things that I've been reading too is like, I don't remember. Let's see. There is someone who's like the main producer of Star Wars, or has been the producer for Star Wars movies for the last 3 movies. It's a lady, if I'm not mistaken. And people have been saying like, maybe she isn't the right one to steer this ship. Just because one of the comments that I saw recently, someone on Twitter, I forget who, that even though the prequels have their own mess of issues, they had a clear vision from start to end. This trilogy did
Kathleen
not.
Kennedy?
What was it? Kathleen what?
Kennedy.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Are you talking about the prequels or the original trilogy?
Oh, the prequels.
Okay.
When I
Well, they had a point to get to, and it sucked.
Well, yeah, but yes, I agree, but still, it had that going for it. Whereas this trilogy, the
that's not very fair.
sequel trilogy,
Think it is. Go into this movie going, we got 3 movies. Where do we want to go with this? And then do what you got to do to get there. It's like Toriyama. He goes tournament, Goku versus Hit. Do what y'all do.
Yeah, but it's different from that and we have 3 movies worth of stuff already laid out for us. We can do whatever. We just got to get to that area.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between that and going, we have to get to the area where Rey is the last Jedi and she's making her own school? How do we get to this point?
Because things are already laid out for us.
But as long as you write that down, as long as you have a Bob Iger, a dude on the very top, not Bob Iger,
Kevin Feige.
Feige. As long as you have a Feige going, get to this point and keep that there. That as long as you get to that point, there's a whole lot of stuff you can do.
I think they really wanted to recreate the way the original trilogy was done, where the first big guy does it, and then the next one is just like, it's kind of attached to that first one, and it's a whole new director and all this other crap and blah blah blah. They wanted to recreate everything, and in doing so, they created a giant mess.
But that could have been avoided by just having...
but they wanted it to be the same. They wanted that same magic. Another one. And then you see all these people, this is their Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi, whichever one the second one. This is theirs. You saw so many comparisons of that. This is what they wanted, but it just didn't work.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
But it could have been easily
Yes,
solved. Even though it wasn't, it could have been. And they should have done it. That because it's a
But
Star
that's
Wars.
That's like
Even though-
going. Sorry. That's like going. Hey, mangaka, how about you think about the you want to do instead of wishy-washy Toriyama-ing it? But then you look at what Toriyama makes and go, for what?
Yeah, but that's the difference because Toriyama went, I want to end this here, here, and here, and they went, no, extend it. When you got 3 movies, you know your length, you know what you're gonna do. I'm just saying, there should be more thought put into this because this is Star Wars. You know you're gonna make $1 billion, no matter what. You got install fan base.
You don't know that.
You more than likely know that you're gonna get that bill because you got your installed fan base. So it feels more like a hey, let's just do it.
Okay.
I
know
heard this one is just like mega safe.
If you know you're gonna get those people, who cares?
Because if it starts going down with poor quality movies and stuff, people are gonna be less likely to see the newer one. Because you got Last Jedi, and the Last Jedi people are gonna be like, why am I gonna see Solo?
But
when
then
the last one was so disappointing.
You also got stuff like X-Men Origins Wolverine, and then you go to Logan, and it's like
no, it was the Wolverine.
The Wolverine, which was still just kind of
fine.
And then you go to Logan, which was really, really good. And it made the most, I want to say, out of all 3 of those. Or maybe it was just the most R at the time. Whatever. So people will still go even if they've been disappointed for X amount of people are stupid hype for Matrix 4 when 2 and 3 were just like
because people also want to be re-immersed in the world, and then they sit down and just go ooh. But then that's where word of mouth come in, where they go don't see this. You tell your friends and stuff like that. So if I personally would, you give me couple billion dollar franchise, I'm road mapping it. How do we get to the point where Palpatine is at the head of all of this?
Mm-hmm.
Not just at the very last movie. Sprinkle in something in the first and second movie to just hint at it. Instead of just him just rocking up going, yeah, that was me. That's horribly unsatisfying.
But I don't think Star Wars fans care about being satisfied because they're gonna find satisfaction or dissatisfaction no matter what product they put out.
The Last Jedi turned a lot of people.
Yes, absolutely. But then you also got a lot of people like, this is the best Star Wars movie ever.
And then you also have people that are just going, this is a Star Wars movie. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's good. Or
and no matter what product they put out, they were always going to get all 3 of those.
But wouldn't you want to go more towards the away from the... Because you're alienating people. You're not bringing in any more fans with the 10th movie.
But then you're going to go this super safe movie that's not going to alienate. And people are going, I hate this movie.
We don't know exactly the ways that it is safe. Or, because again, it could just be a mess. It could just be them just driving by like, hey, Finn, it's Lando's son. And then just doing nothing with that. That's fan service, but if they don't do anything with it, I can see why people would be disappointed in something. So we don't know exactly what the problems are. We'll know in a couple weeks because I can't wait for that movie. But yeah, I would take more care personally, and I don't see why they would.
Because there's no need to.
If it says anything, they're having Kevin Feige produce the next few Star Wars movies.
Which is ridiculous. Make a new Kevin Feige. Don't just go to him. J.J. Abrams going, oh yeah, it was always a plan that Palpatine was at the head. No, it wasn't. Come on. Don't lie to me.
It's like, at least in the original trilogy, they showed him in the second movie. So you knew who he was going into the third movie. Like, as far as, like, being the overwhelming big bad. Like, you're introduced in the second movie of, oh, Darth Vader has a master. And then you see him in the third movie. Do that.
Do anything. Hint at him. Show Snoke with Palpatine's lightsaber or something. Show him. Do something. It seems like just no care was taken, and it's just a cleanup job. We don't have a big bad anymore. Kylo is still flip flopping it, or he's not a big enough threat. So let's bring back the big bad. This is the Skywalker trilogy. He's always been the big bad. Let's just throw him back in. And that's
Yeah.
it's very baffling, and I cannot wait to see.
Yeah. More than likely, it'll be a few weeks before we do a podcast, just because next week we definitely aren't, because I'm gonna be driving back from Cleveland. But yeah, this will be talked about for sure. Well, I guess for BG, since he sees the most movies, do you think this movie will crack top 10 worst?
No.
Okay.
No. It's like people are saying it's a very safe Star Wars movie. And because of that, it's just gonna be kind of floundering. Like, I don't even think Return of the Jedi or no.
The Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi made my top 10.
Okay.
Why with this one? If
All right.
it's safer.
Okay. And it could have been a middling year for movies.
It absolutely was. I saw way less movies this year.
Oh, I just meant middling as far as like most of the movies were okay.
No, that's the reason. So few movies actually interest one way or the other.
I see. What's number one and the worst right now?
Number one of the worst, I'd have to look through. There was a movie I really.
There's something. It was kind of recent, I thought.
It might have been. I'd have to look through it. Tell you, I see a lot of crap.
Also, actually, on the topic of really bad movies, the reviews for Cats are coming in.
Yo, get in there! Get in there!
And I still gotta see Cats. How can I possibly have a worst?
Yo!
And Cats isn't even viewed yet.
Oh, I've heard the word bizarre thrown a while. Too much. It is.
Let's see here. Rotten Tomatoes score is a piping 19% right now.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
There was one review that went, full disclosure, I've never been much of a cat person. And after this movie, I'm not so sure I'm that much of a movie person either. And
Oh no!
Wow. Ooh,
Dude,
boy.
am I gonna have to do a double feature of just freaking Star Wars and cats?
After that, I was like, whoa.
Where its Metascore right now is a 31, I think, out of 100. Where's the user reviews? It's user
Because they
reviews.
look weird.
Gemini Man. That's what it is right now.
Okay. Really? I thought it was a lot easier to see reviews on IMDb, but maybe not. Well, just look at
It don't
user
matter.
reviews.
It's hot Gorbo right now.
Dude, I want to see that movie so bad. It looks, even just seeing it, I'm like, ooh, what are they doing with these weirdly? And then it costs so much to make. See how much you just back down. Because it was some astronomical number. No, that's not right.
No, that's a
I'm
big
reading
for a bunch of people in
Dog, I
Katsu.
remember it being like 150 to 200. But
Maybe
yeah,
that was guesstimates.
Gus the Theater Cat, Ian McKellen. Oh,
So, oh yeah, there's a lot of big names in this
yeah,
movie.
they got
Baba Lorena?
mad people.
Jenny Annie Dots? What were they doing?
Yo.
So, I forget the British lady. Oh, what's her name? She's been in like James Bond movies for the last 20 years.
Judi Dench.
Judi Dench.
Dame Judi Dench.
So I'm looking at headlines for reviews. It's the Hollywood Reporter. It's almost unfathomable that this one made it through all the preliminary production meetings without someone sensibly calling a halt to the process by saying, "Wait a minute, those kitties are damn creepy." The Austin Chronicle. Here's the thing, though. Cat still makes no fucking sense.
It's like a movie. They just got a movie of just like freaking 15 Grinches walking around. Like, Grinch looked horrible, but he was supposed to. But you just straight face going, I feel sorry for this horrible cat person.
Ooh, wait, hold on. We got some zeros on Metacritic. It is the worst film of 2019. Oh, the Telegraph. The only realistic way to fix cats would be to spay it. Or simply pretend it never happened, because it's an all-time, a rare and star-spangled calamity. Would be to simply spay it. Ooh. The problem is not that Cats makes no sense, nor the performance are mediocre. Most of them are quite good. The murder weapon is a Gatling CGI intended to cover the actor's head-to-toe feline fur. Instead, the animation detracts from the film's capable performers and inventive surroundings. That one's more of a actual criticism. I don't want that. I want headlines. Oh boy. Please wipe this movie from my memory. Oh boy.
Dude, they look so bad.
For the most part, Cats is both a horror and an endurance test. Oh.
What were they thinking?
A furry orgy in a dumpster.
Ooh, is that a user review?
I don't know, but that's
Oh, boy.
fantastic.
Oh, this is giving me life.
That's just funny to me. Yeah.
I
It's all
love a
bad.
positive rating that got a 2.5 is more an advert for the actual musical. I realize it's not that bad, won't be used in the Cats advertising campaign, but it is worth noting that the peculiar musical does indeed have merit. It's like, hey, burn this movie with fire, but go see the musical. Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna go pay money to see it in the theater, but this seems like at some point it will be a bad movie night.
I want to. Just I want to.
Yeah. I'm just going through these and not seeing anything else. What is coming out like for the rest of the we have 3 weeks. But
It's nothing left. There's nothing left. 2020 has The Grudge coming out in January.
It's it's January.
Bruh, who even knew this was coming out? Legit. Legit.
oh wow. There's not even really a competition for grossing movies at all. In
Yeah,
fact,
no.
there
Why would
is
there
a $1 billion difference between the top two.
Of
Which is
course. It's
Avengers
the highest,
Endgame and then Lion King.
highest selling movie. Why wouldn't it be?
Disgusting. That Birds of Prey looks so bad.
It looks awful.
What movie?
The Harley cartoon is great.
From what I hear.
It's great.
The Birds of Prey.
Oh, yes.
And that doesn't even look like a fun horrible. It looks like they're trying really, really hard to be good. And I'm not. It's probably just gonna end up being okay. But they showed it right before the Gorillas movie,
just like this extended trailer. I'm like, oh, I'm not here for this.
I saw 3 movies yesterday, and all 3 had Star Wars before it.
Are they all the same trailer?
Yes.
Ooh.
Also, who is asking for A Quiet Place 2?
I wasn't asking for it, but I'll take it.
No, the movie is done.
Yes, it is. I'll take it.
I don't need any more.
Mm.
Mhm.
You're the problem.
Now, this is the 11th Star Wars movie. Do you know how many Halloween movies are named Halloween? 3. You know how many Halloween movies are named Halloween 2? 2. You think people care?
You know how many Xboxes are
What
named
the
Xbox? Oh boy! So yeah, January we got Doolittle,
Oh boy, that story.
another Bad Boys.
Good. Everybody's been asking for Bad Boys 3.
Oof.
Wait, what's wrong
I
with
thought-
Bad Boys 3?
I thought there were more Bad Boys than 3 of them.
No, this is the third one.
Oh
Been
really?
Bad Boys 1, Bad Boys 2, and people been going, "Where's Bad Boys 3 for
Oh,
10
okay.
years?"
I thought there was more. I thought it was like kind of Die Hardish in a way, not as much as Die
Or
Hard.
Fast and Furious-ish.
Yeah.
No,
No, Fast and Furious is its own monster.
yeah, no. They haven't spun off on anything, nothing. It's been Bad Boys 1, Bad Boys 2, and that was it.
Where's
Okay.
Rush Hour 4?
After 3, you really want that?
Yeah, yeah. let's be real here.
It's fine. It had one of the best jokes.
The Who's on first?
Yeah.
It's
That's
just Who's
funny.
on first.
Do you
Yeah.
remember how that movie ended?
No, not necessarily.
It was like literally, you know how when at movies typically it's like you had the climax and then there's like, you know, a decline in the climax. We reached the peak of the climax where they jumped off, I think it was the Eiffel Tower, when it was like there was an explosion going on. They jump off with a parachute. They land in front of like the police chief. They say a funny catchphrase and the movie immediately ends. That decline from the climax was a cliff. I just remember that happening. It was like, oh man, that was pretty exciting finish. Oh, it's over. Oh, okay. And
Oh,
they
I guess
literally
everything has been resolved.
like was Chris Tucker was hitting on Soo Young because she was older, and that like just ends. Nothing comes of it at all. Oh boy. We got that. Birds of Prey is in early February, and Sonic the Hedgehog mid-February. That's the next movie I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine.
It'll be fun, and that's all I need.
I need a little more sometimes.
Apparently not.
What do you mean?
You went to go see. How was Black Christmas or whatever?
No.
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 But the gargoyles.
Oh, I think they did that so people would be thrown off. I think they either did it so people would be thrown off, or they changed their mind and went, "This is really dumb." You know what it is? Hashtag woman empowerment. Hashtag fight the patriarchy. It's literally men trash.
Oh.
There's I'm just gonna tell you the movie. You don't need to
Alright.
watch this movie.
I never was going.
There's a statue that one of the female students get taken down because the dude that started the school was a slave owner and a terrible man and blah blah blah. But then they discover there's a secret power that brings out the alpha in people. And they oh yeah. So if you get close, your hand starts hurting and you become more of an alpha male. Then you go into the ritual, they draw a giant A in black blood on you, and you become an alpha male. Just doing all the women suck and stay in your place behind us, women.
You didn't just hop up and just go, all right, I'm done with this one. All right.
But that was at the end of the movie where it's like you're an alpha male now, giant A.
I would like to point out that this movie has a better Rotten Tomatoes score than Cats.
How could it not?
It
It wasn't.
It wasn't creepy.
And I've also learned the problem with modern day horror. They rely too much on people inferring what happened. Back in the day, horror used to be either very creepy or very fun. Creepy, you would get your feeling of coming out of the theater like, oh my god. But the fun stuff is like a bunch of fun, deaths, gore, whatever. Nowadays, it's a lot of the murder starts and then it's cut away. I bring a knife down, it's cut away, infer how gory it was, how much unfun it was. Like, no, it's not a fun movie. It's not a good movie. Hashtag fight the patriarchy.
The man sure do suck.
Man, it's literally the main character had gotten date raped. So they sing a song about date rape. And so all the frat boy alpha males that are under this influence go, yeah, we're gonna take them out. So they got a bunch of pledges with the A symbol on their head, just going around killing all the frat women that called them out on their rape. In the end, it's just like, oh yes, we should stand behind men, and you got to put.
But what happened with the gargoyles?
Oh, they took that away. I told you, it was either a to throw the audience off.
So it just wasn't in the movie at all? I thought you meant that it was just...
No, there were no gargoyles.
What?
No.
But it was...
No, there were no
Then-
gargoyles.
Dude, that's gotta be illegal or something. At least immoral. Dude, that's a legit false premise. That's not the movie that I showed up for.
No, there's no gargoyles.
What? But they showed it.
It was just a man.
No,
Just
you know,
just a man. There were no gargoyles.
Bigger betrayal than Hulk not being on Earth for Infinity War.
There were none. Enjoy yourself.
Oh boy.
I don't know why you thought.
Yeah, really just.
It's literally just a fight man movie.
So yeah, that's why I think you don't need more.
I do.
If you walking into that, if you
feel-
stay in for that, when
But-
you saw that scene and went, you didn't go, yo, where the gargoyle at? I saw that trailer, and he ain't no gargoyle.
He took off the mask and it wasn't. I was like, here comes the gargoyle. It was just so new.
You just turn to the next person who's in the theater. Here comes the gargoyle. I was like, where are you?
Next person.
I Frankenstein 2.
Man, that theater is empty. Your boy was the only one there.
Oh my goodness.
You walk out to like
So
the
you
pop-
get you the only person there getting preached to about the evils of men, and you're just like, but I'm a man.
You walk out
Dude,
to
when
the popcorn dude. They didn't have a gargoyle.
Where did you?
They took off that mask, and I'm like, okay, maybe flesh gargoyles now, as opposed to white faced gargoyle. Okay, that's cool. I'm still in. No, this guy.
Here comes the gargoyle. That should be on the movie. No, it shouldn't because it's not.
Yeah, no.
Here comes the
Black
gargoyle.
Christmas with 100% less gargoyle.
Oh my goodness, I can't imagine. You just sit there, you know, here comes the gargoyle. And then it's just this white dude is like,
White dude with a black A on the top of his head. I'm like, okay, gargoyle time. Literally.
he's going to turn back into a gargoyle.
Yeah,
Or-
really, like you go into this movie, it's just going to be a repeat of the Game Awards where you're just waiting for that Smash Bros. Trailer. It never comes.
And it's just the credits are rolling like, all right, here comes the gargoyle. Here he comes.
It's supposed. Did you stay for post credits? Maybe who's there?
No, I walked right out.
Of course you did.
I was on my seat before the credits rolled. That was the most artificial, the snow angel thing. Oh Jesus! Dude, There were no gargoyles.
All right. Yeah, like just the only movies that I'm seeing that seem to be like stuff that any of us would like would be The Grudge, maybe Doolittle, Bad Boys for Life.
Oh, you must be talking early on.
Yeah, Birds of Prey, Sonic the Hedgehog. I thought I saw something else that looked interesting. Onward. I'm a big fantasy buff, so. And then Mulan. Just that's January through March. Oh, and A Quiet Place too. All right, unless you guys have anything else you want to talk about.
Come on! Why would they do that? Dude!
What? Did you watch the trailer?
Yes!
Dude, there's
Dude!
a statue. And it ain't a statue.
Dude! Why would they do that? Come on now.
It was just a guy.
All right. Do we have any facts?
20 facts about Trump.
Oh boy, yeah. That we didn't talk about that. He got impeached, at least in the House. It's not passing the Senate, unfortunately, but he got voted.
Our dear sweet president meme.
It did. He has a tweet for every occasion. It's fantastic. Past tweets.
Of course. Of course. You can always roll back and just get them on something.
Yep. So, BG, I don't think you've picked in a while.
Let me get a hot 11.
No, it's tomorrow.
As a second grader, Trump was convinced that his music teacher didn't know what he was talking about. So he punched him in the face. The teacher ended up with a black eye, and Trump was expelled. He letting the kid rock you in the face and get a black eye.
What do you want him to do? Fight back on that one?
He would have to lean down to his level unless he was sitting down.
Oh yes, what's going on, Donald? Wham!
And also, his father, who was a successful businessman, was his father. So you ain't doing shit to him.
It was just some rank and file kid. You just punch me and just start choking him out.
You can't do that.
You'd be disappeared the next week. Students, you have a new teacher now. Hand selected by Donald here. Oh wow. That seems what's the word that I'm thinking? On brand.
Absolutely.
Mr. Trump. On brand. All right. There will be no episode of the Podcast of Stuff next week, as we will be celebrating the holidays. Potentially not the following week either. We'll see. I mean, I'll be in town, but I don't know what your guys' schedules are. So yeah. If we
That's fine. I've got hashtag content for my channel.
Yes.
We always here.
Boy, I finally got through the last part 5 video.
Oh, dude.
And I do gotta say, I was a little touched by the your guys' little comment about me.
Oh, that you would come.
Yeah.
If we
Yeah.
were.
I was like, aw.
I mean, it's just facts.
Yeah.
If it was summer.
No. I said that wasn't an ad. That was a yeah.
Yeah.
was
No,
like,
it's
yeah.
just facts.
All right.
Just 5 weeks of us not sure what's going on down there.
Yeah. So yeah. If you guys want more of at least the Comp Bros, there'll be more revisiteds coming out.
Always more.
When is freaking?
I should do that. It's either Christmas or New Year's. I'm trying to decide.
Okay. I want that Genlock. I have it on my own phone, and I re-listen to it every once in a while.
It's so
Dude, isn't it so great
It's
when you
so
re-listen to
good.
stuff you did when you go, wow, this was just really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many times I'll render out all of Revisited and upload them unlisted just to be like, I want to hear them.
Yeah, I need, and then this is on me. I need to get the part 1 of Ruby, which not as great because it was right after that Genlock podcast. And I was a little
Mubs was
drained.
tired.
And we will be doing I'll release that, and then we're gonna be recording a halfway through Volume 7, which just as far as like a generalization has been pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like nowhere near. You could never get the hype of last volume, but it's not bad. It's not.
It is a good show.
Yes.
As opposed to it being like before it being like a good action show or whatever adjective you would ascribe to it.
Yeah.
Now it is a good show.
Mm-hmm. They got their bearings, and maybe it's a because they're missing a director of animation. We'll see.
A slave driver just whipping him like, hey, every 5 seconds I'm not getting whipped. I can actually make good content.
Yeah. The true test will be Genlock season 2. We shall see.
Can't be worse.
Never say never.
Can't be worse. I'm willing to bet on that.
Even you, during the Genlock episode, you're like, couldn't have hurt. Probably would have hurt. For the extra 3 minutes. So, even you have admitted that. So, yes. Tune in to see those episodes on our various channels. A list exists. I'm assuming because reasons will go up on the official 2200 channel.
Oh yeah, I could do that. I might split them on a list exists, and then when it's the full thing, I'll put the full thing.
There you go.
Big thing up on 2200s.
Sure. So yes. With that, thank you everybody for tuning in. Have a Merry Christmas, Merry Kwanzaa, Happy Holidays, Hanukkah, whatever the hell you celebrate. Happy Holidays.
Batman can't beat the Avengers.
And we will see you in the new year. And for Pro,
later,
who's also getting
later.
Hey, I just want to mention that he's apparently having a birthday dinner with furries. That was the whole thing that was mentioned.
Oh yeah, he's about to get assimilated.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I told him
it's right outside of the Cats Theater.
I told him to
They're
send
all
me.
just lapping up bowls of milk, and he's just like, I got some chicken.
I told him to send me a picture of his fursuit, so we'll see.
I like
TBD.
chicken. I like liver.
Bye.